Hi, Alfonso here, live at the UFragTV.com, Pwnecast.com booth with Doug Jones, actor, very cool actor, but a lot of people at home might not recognize him out of makeup. So, Doug, will you tell us what kind of roles have you done, and maybe it'll start clicking with those fans at home?
Hey, fans at home. At least I hope we have some fans at home. I'm Doug Jones. I played Abe Sapien in both Hellboy movies, the Blue Fish Guy. I was the Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I was the Faun, Pan, in Pan's Labyrinth, along with the Pale Man. And I was the lead gentleman in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Hush episode. I was also Billy Butcherson in a Halloween movie called Hocus Pocus that many of you might have grown up with. And the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah, yes, it does go on and on and on. And just from those few titles alone, you can see that many of us are total, geeks over, his movies and the roles that he's done. And I'm going to ask him a few questions about these roles and see if he can answer them for us. Now, we were talking yesterday, and, hopefully the people at home can hear this little story. Now, Pan's Labyrinth is a Spanish movie. It is completely done in Spanish, and I asked, now, are you a native Spanish, or not a native Spanish, are you a Spanish speaker? Do you speak Spanish at all, or did you learn any Spanish for the role, or did they just dub over your voice?
Oh, right. Well, I do not. I'm not a native Spanish speaker. I had Spanish in high school, which was over 30 years ago, I'm going to say. And the movie was in Spanish, so that was my dilemma. I was given, hi, how are you? No, I'm good, thanks. So, yeah. I
Actually,
heard you rock.
Step over here. You can
I heard you rock.
Too. We're doing an interview right now.
You didn't hear us rock?
I heard you rock.
I saw you right there.
And that's all I heard was you rocking. So, but it was good. It was good. And he was even a bunny. He's a Playboy bunny.
I'm a Playboy bunny. I actually missed. Hugh Hefner was throwing a party here at the Hilton today in Chicago. I missed it to come here. Yeah, we got invited.
Now that's devotion. Thank you for coming to entertain us instead.
You got some cool stuff going on. What's next?
What's next? Tons of stuff. Angel of Death just came out on DVD like last week. A movie with Zoe Bell, and I played a mafia hired doctor in that. It's out on DVD. It was on Spike TV a week before that. And golly, next up is Legion. Comes out in theaters in January with Dennis Quaid, Paul Bettany, Tyrese Gibson, and I'm playing I'm playing the Ice Cream Man. And not the happy ice cream man. There's something wrong with me. Yeah. And it's a cameo, but it's a very showcase moment in the film.
Is it wrong for me to say or anything? Something wrong with you? Even though I kind of figured just by you saying the ice cream man, it was a little cryptic.
Right,
little cryptic.
Ice cream man with your eyebrow. Yeah. Then something's wrong.
Cryptic. Yeah. So now if you come over and bring me some Haagen-Dazs, I'm just gonna not touch it.
I wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Not for me.
Okay.
And then also in January, another movie called Gainsbourg, A Life Heroic, which is a biography on the life of singer-songwriter Serge Gainsbourg from France. Movie's in French, which gets us back to the question you were asking when he was in our way.
Yes.
We're standing right here. The camera's right there. Who are you? So anyway, so French movie. Gainsbourg. It's a biography on the life of singer-songwriter Serge Gainsbourg, a French icon. I played his alter ego, nemesis, muse, all at the same time in a fantasy makeup, which was kind of different for a biopic. And that comes out in January as well. So
you're busy.
I'm busy.
You're busy.
I'm busy.
And then you're here signing stuff.
You know what I love about cons like this and events like this? I get to reach out and touch and say thank you to people who have been watching the stuff, buying the DVDs, tuning in on TV, and it's a big love fest for me.
That's why we do what we do. I mean, we're a band. You go out, you play, you sit at the merch tent, you hang out, you talk to people.
So there's nothing but love. Nothing but love. It's all about the love.
I'm feeling the love.
Thanks a bunch.
All right, so back to the question.
I did not know Spanish. I did not know French either for that French movie I just told you about. So it becomes a matter of learning the English script and knowing what the story is from that, getting it to translation in the language you need to translate into, sounding it out and knowing what the meaning is, breaking down the sentence structure, and all of a sudden it became mine for the movie. So what you end up hearing in the final run of Pan's Labyrinth is a voiceover actor with the right accent but I had to start the process for him.
Okay. This was a Guillermo del Toro movie. Also, the Hellboy movies that you've done were Guillermo del Toro movies. He's a very well-known Spanish director. What was it like working with him?
Oh, it's always wonderful working with. It's not like work at all. It's like playing around with one of your friends, and yet at the same time, he leaves me depleted of my soul by the time we're done with the movie because he uses me up. But I love it. I love it, and I don't want him to change. But like in Pan's Labyrinth, I did two roles. In Hellboy 2, I did 3 roles. I reprised Abe Sapien, which was like a huge storyline this time, and then also given the Angel of Death and the Chamberlain, other characters in that. So I left that 6-month shoot feeling like I had lost a piece of myself.
I mean, you felt like just a deflated doll.
Kind of, yes.
Now, if I may ask, what were your favorite roles from those movies? Since you played so many roles in those movies, are there any particular favorites that you had?
I think Abe Sapien from the Hellboy movies, probably because I know him so well now, after Hellboy 1, 2, and also the animated features, Hellboy Sword of Storms, Hellboy Blood and Iron, and a video game, right? Hellboy the Science of Evil. So Abe and I have gotten we're like this. And he's got such a vulnerable soul, but he's also the most intelligent being imaginable. So he's a lot of things that I'm not, and he's very graceful and very poised, but he's also on a superhero team. Who doesn't want to be that? So I also love the Silver Surfer for different reasons, but
Well, explain that to us.
Well, the Surfer he's majestic, and he's so powerful that he's the most confident. He's the most confident character I've ever played. Didn't need to impress anybody. Had nothing to prove. He was it.
He was just there,
Yeah.
and you either had to deal with it or get out of his way.
So for me to play a character like that, I had to throttle back all that I do as a person to try love me. That's kind of my MO.
Me too.
Yeah. So to throttle it back to a place of I don't care if you like me or not. I'm the Silver Surfer, right? Is a whole new thing for me. So that was an interesting exploration of that color palette,
Right. I mean, and you've done so many wildly imaginative characters. You've done so many wildly different roles. Do you have any big projects coming up that you'd like to plug and talk about? Or maybe you can, maybe you can't talk about them?
Well, I think I just mentioned them a second ago with Legion and Gainsbourg. Also, a couple of indie films that are coming out that I didn't mention I spent the last year filming. Grayscale, a mafia movie in which I play a mafia hitman. A film noir, black and white sort of style. Cyrus, which is a horror film that I play a psychiatrist in, kind of a cameo again. I'm expounding upon what makes a serial killer do what he does. And the picture of my heart over the last year has been My Name is Jerry. It's a independent film, relationship dramedy that explores middle age and coming of middle age and the crisis one goes through and reinvents himself to come out on the other side healthy. That's the character Jerry, what he kind of goes through. And the reinvention includes meeting up with a bunch of punk rock kids and thinking that that's where he belongs. Reconnecting with a daughter he hasn't talked to in 10 years. Reinventing himself professionally by getting a new job and upping his situation a bit. So basically a slice of life. That's something that we all go through. And a real departure for me as an actor. No special effects, no costuming, no makeup that was crazy, no explosions, no CG. It was just people talking and having life on film, which I really, really loved exploring that kind of acting style, which is kind of new and different for me.
That sounds so great. And, now we are broadcasting live. We're live on UFragTV.com. We're live on the Wizard World website. We're broadcasting on actually a few websites, live. Everybody's watching at home. Yes. And, actually...